welcome back to another vlog. It's a whole new week. I feel like it's been over a week that I vlogged properly. My days have been out of whack. I forget stuff lately, so I've been forgetting a lot. So I'm just gonna catch you guys up. I think the last time I vlogged was probably like, I don't even remember. Okay, I'm gonna start from last week. Last week was horrible for me personally. Last week was hell week for me. I threw up pretty much every day. Was in and out of work, so that sucked. I would leave in the afternoon from work, and then the next day I would probably not go to work for the whole day, so it was like in and out. It was just either the morning sickness would hit me at all times of the day, you guys. As soon as I woke up, I was still laying down and I felt nauseous, and then I would get up, I would throw up, and then even on the way to work I would throw up. At work, especially after lunch, it was game over. I was like throwing up, I had to leave. On the way back home I would throw up. It was horrible. And then Friday we had our first prenatal appointment. It was low-key kind of whack because we got there exactly like around like 2:15 because I knew I was gonna have all this paperwork, and then 2:45 happens, nothing. They kept calling me in and out just to like pee, ask me questions, take my blood pressure, stuff like that. So kept going in and out. And then they literally called me at like 5:30, around 5:30 to go see the doctor. The waiting room was super packed, and there was only one doctor because I guess the other doctor had an emergency, was delivering a baby, which is understandable. That, you know, they're OBGYNs, that's part of their job, but I was just like, my luck, this would happen. So we were there for like, felt like an eternity, and I was starving. I felt like I didn't eat the whole day. And we finally see the doctor, and it seemed like he kind of rushed us because he was like, it was already after hours because they closed at 5. So I was like literally the last patient that he saw. So I was like, wow, okay. So he just like took the ultrasound. He was like, do you guys have any questions for me? I was like, no. And then he went over like vitamins, and that was it. And then we were on our way. Saturday, Alfredo and I went to LA for a tournament. We were out there for like basically all day. So I was just literally just chilling, watching games. Then Sunday happened. Wally had an accident. He had around 4 to 5 bite wounds on his chest. Alfredo he noticed that he was bleeding, but he didn't notice how big like the wound was. And I checked Wally because I was like, what the, like he brought him like inside we had 2 gates. He brought him inside the smaller gate, and I came out and I was like, why is he bleeding so much? It was hectic. I checked his chest and I was like, oh no, he has to go to the vet because this is not something they could just leave overnight, to be honest, or just let him, you know, do his thing. So we found a vet not that far away from us that was actually open on a Sunday, and we went. We were kind of there all day. It just sucks to see, you know, your fur baby messed up like that. And yeah, they did what they had to do. It was very pricey. We did go through with the surgery because the doctor was afraid that the bite wounds would have punctured either a lung or his main jugular, I think, veins, or his like trachea, his airway, because he said that would affect him, especially the lungs with his breathing, and they didn't want fluid in there, and then the veins, he could have bled to death. And like he was giving us all the scenarios, like if anything's punctured, this could be a possibility, this could be a possibility. And I was just like, oh my god, like the more the vet talked, I was like so close to breaking down. I was like, okay, like let's just get this over with, like let's do this. And yeah, so we went through with the whole surgery. We ended up picking Wally up we got there around 8, because they said, well, they close at 8 and they don't do overnight stays, so it took us around 8:45 so that they could like bring him out. And it was like the worst thing to see, because he was just like under anesthesia still. He was just trembling and whining, like whimpering a little bit. So it just sucks to see, like, you know, he's a really strong like dog, and then you just see your dog like at his weakest point. And I'm gonna cry. It just sucks because that dog has been through a lot. Just like being born, you know? You don't know. Wally is a rescue dog. Let me get a napkin because your girl is about to tear up. And I actually did my makeup today. Good thing I don't have mascara on yet. He's been through a lot since he was basically born. His previous owner freaking basically treated him like shit. There's a whole video on it. We made a video about a year ago when we got him. So he went through that, and then he's very like, you can tell that he has like psychological problems. Like when he eats, he has to eat really fast. Like he feels like somebody's like gonna take his food. We've tried different methods. It's just, I think it's just psychological, like from trauma, just little things like that. And then now for this to happen, it's just like another obstacle. So yeah, but he's a trooper. He's hanging in there. And then it broke my heart to see Alfredo break down, because that's like his baby. That's his first like dog, you know, like his legit dog. So Alfredo was just like, he didn't cry like majority of the time, and then when we brought him home, he just broke down. So it just broke my heart to see him, you know, crying and stuff like that. But we've been taking care of Wally, giving him all his medicine, and he's doing really well. He had, like I said, 4 to 5 bite wounds, and majority of them were like really big, and then he had like little tooth marks, you know, puncture wounds on the sides of his chest. Most of it was on his chest. So the good thing was that nothing ruptured. He was like, if the dog would have bit him one more time on like the same spot, it would have ruptured like either his lung or his main airway. So we were just like, oh, at least that didn't happen. So we just went, that's basically why we went through with the surgery. Through now, today is Thursday. Wally's been doing great. He has a large incision down the middle of his chest, and the doctor put 5 draining tubes just so that all the like liquid or whatever, the blood, can like drain out. I guess like to prevent infection. And we thought we were in the clear. For now we are, but when the doctor told us like, you guys are good to go, just make sure that his skin does not turn black or purple. And I was like, okay, like doesn't that mean like bruising, or does that mean like bad infection? He's like, that's gonna be an indication of like dead tissues, and you don't want that, because he's not gonna heal properly. He's gonna get infection, this and that, which means he would have to get another type of surgery. So I was like, oh my gosh. So we're making sure we're taking care of him. as well as possible, because we don't want him to go through that, and obviously financially it's going to be a really bad financial hardship on us. So yeah, he's been doing great. The first night, it was the worst night because Wally was in and out of like being under, you know, and he was just trembling, and he just looked like the weakest like little thing ever. So yeah, and then the next morning he was wide awake, acting like himself, which was good, and it was great to see him that way, and it gave us more positivity to like keep like, you know, moving forward with him. Us, like, we can't just give up on our dogs. Like, everybody was like, just put him down, and I was like, I can't do that. Like, it's not that easy, you know. Obviously it would have been like way worse. It is bad what he experienced, but the fact that it didn't rupture anything, he just needed to clean the wounds up and just close them up, was an indication for me that he will survive this, and he'll be okay. But if it was any other like situation, we would probably have to put him down, but thankfully we didn't have to. So yeah, we just have to like clean him up every 4 hours, give him all his pills, you know, keep him hydrated, feed him, and just basically babysit our little dog. And he's been doing really great. His like personality came back to life, so that's like very comforting. And we just need till tomorrow. Alfredo's gonna take him back to the vet because I have to do blood work for the pregnancy. So I'm gonna do that tomorrow while he takes Wally to the vet, so that they could just check his wounds. And I think hopefully maybe this will happen, that they will take out the drain tubes, because it says that he needs to have them for 4 to 5 days, and tomorrow's the 5th day, I think. Yeah, tomorrow's the 5th day. So hopefully that happens, and that way he just has like his stitches. He did get a lot of stitches. The doctor was like, he had like deep wounds, and he just explained to us like all the incisions that he had to do, all the stitching that he had to do, and yeah, so, and it's kind of like nasty because we have to clean the tubes and we have to like pull on them, and it hurts him. But we figured out like a little like trick. We distract him with string cheese, out of all things. We distract him with string cheese, and then Alfredo will clean it and like clean around, because they don't want like blood to build up and cause like a blockage. So that's where we're at now. And yeah, so last week was horrible for me, like pregnancy wise, and then this week was very bad for both of us, Wally wise. And hopefully next week, the days to come are just smooth sailing. I mean, this week, thankfully, I did not feel sick at all. Fingers crossed I don't jinx myself. And then hopefully Wally just, you know, gets his tubes out, and we just have to work on his stitching and healing, and that's it. Because it's been very rough. Tomorrow, everything goes well. Get my stuff done. Alfredo will get stuff done with Wally, and we can just like resume to like a smooth sailing week. It's been very rough mentally and physically, and yeah, so prayers please guys for our dog. I know a lot of people are very controversial on the topic of pets. Either you like them or you don't, or you just don't have like feelings toward dogs. It's just an animal. But with our situation, we love dogs. Our dogs are like our kids, to be honest. So for this to happen to them was like watching your child in pain, to be honest. And yeah, so positive vibes our way, please. Prayers our way for smooth healing, no complications. And yes guys, it's been very, very straining stuff happens. Just gotta prevail, gotta be positive, gotta keep moving forward.